there's something that I gotta fix real quick. Because for some reason this doesn't like to save my settings. There we go. Alright, that looks good. Alright. How about we go ahead and get this started? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't save it. Oh no. Oh no. Hold up. Hang on. Let me see how far along my other file is. Oh no. Okay, this one is just starting Jabu Jabu, so that's not terribly far behind. Oops. That's fine. I'll go ahead and beat this real quick. It shouldn't take too long. Fuck, that's funny. I really didn't save anything that entire time? Oh, it's already partially done. Cool. Wait, remember from last night. I gotta go over here first. Amazing work. Kinda late today. Oh, more than that, I didn't save my last file. I tried opening it back up, and it started at the very beginning. Oops. Luckily, this other file was relatively close to where we left off, so... I'll put that like that. There we go. fucking cares? What emulator do I use? I'm using stock hardware. Thanks. It's not like some kind of, holier than thou, I'm above emulation kind of thing. I'll use emulators, but if I can use the actual hardware, it's just preferable. It feels nicer. There he is. Go that way. So, this one? Yep. Oh, shit. This is such an awkward angle. There we go. She should be out here. Did she really stay back here? Yeah, she did. Weirdo. Come on, turn around. Why do I keep missing it every time he turns around? Fuck's sake. There we go. Probably should have grabbed those hearts that were down there. Oh well. I've got 2 fairies in a bottle, so. Let's make that 3 fairies. I'm gonna get rid of this fairy before I accidentally use it. Bitch. Okay, fucknut. God, no one likes you. Anybody remember the Octorok from Ocarina fondly? No, no one likes them. 'Cause they're stupid. I pressed C. Fuck you, game. Give me that. Yeah. was trying to avoid that. Yeah, thankfully more than half this dungeon was already done. I don't care. Ew, that's fucking gross. why it lets you skip some dialogue and not all of it. Okay, I wanted to check how many Skulltula tokens are on this one. Oh, 10. We can get the wallet upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Especially since it's on the way. Hello, grab the ladder. Yeah, wallet upgrade would be pretty nice right now. So all these rupees that I'm going to be picking up in the river. Let me buy some more of this guy's magic beans. Alright. There we go. But what is a child to do with an adult wallet? Foreshadowing. For those who don't know, spoilers for a 20-year-old game. Is it 20? It's probably closer to 30 now. Let's see. pretty much all caught back up to where we were last time. It only took a half hour to do it. All this cutscene stuff. Bruh, can you hear me? At least the name is still entertaining. Ah, white screen with triumphant music. Now, bruh. God damn it, I did the same exact thing. I love how Zelda just, like, escaped on horseback from a pursuer, and it's just fucking business as usual in the town market. It's one cool thing that the manga for this got right. When Ganondorf finally strikes Hyrule Castletown, it's actually pandemonium. Yeah, shout out to the Zelda manga series. They're really good. Beautiful artwork. magic upgrade. Welcome, bruh. Oh, wait. Or is she giving me Din's Fire? I can never remember what upgrades you get from which Great Fairies. Oh no. You done fucked up. Good job, stupid kid. Bruh, you are the chosen one. song is so random. Kind of sucks that these don't give you the abilities that they were supposed to, that they're just MacGuffins. Because they used to do really cool shit. I have a fan recreation of like an early build of Ocarina of Time, and you can use the different sage medallions the way that they were intended to be used, and it's really cool. Alright, the fun begins. I feel like once you've unlocked Adult Link, that this game really opens up. first part of the game, I kind of blazed through it. I mean, I got through it in 3 hours. But now things are going to be a little bit more, like, I don't know. I don't want to say laid back, but just not as rushed. Because I was kind of in a hurry to get to this point. You know what? I think I might need more money. And I know that there's some money in here. Although there's a... No, I guess they aren't here in the future. There were jars outside that building that you're supposed to be able to get money out of. There we go. Alright. Let's see if I can pull this off, because this is actually a little bit challenging. I remember as a kid wondering how anybody could think that Ganondorf is like... There we go. I always wondered like how anybody could like think that Ganondorf unironically is like a good person. And then I grew up and learned about politics. It's like, how can somebody so obviously evil be so popular? How indeed. There, I got my money back. Alright, let's talk to this guy. Money, money, money. Navi, shut the fuck up. I don't even have the option to speak to you. I guess I have to do it again. Okay, well, whatever. There you are. Get on the horse, Link. Get on the horse and get your money back. face me? There we go. Oh, I thought it was 20 rupees that he was gonna wager. Man, 50 rupees? Go fuck yourself, my dude. Well... I thought the wager was 20 rupees. At least I haven't lost any money. Okay. Let me go ahead and steal 50 rupees from this establishment. The horse trial in Breath of the Wild legit made me cry so hard. Dude, fuck that trial. I know exactly what you're talking about. That shit was so god-awful. And, like, anytime the horse wouldn't go where I wanted it to, I felt like throwing the controller through the screen. It was fucking infuriating. All for what? A fucking saddle? Cool. It's not a good enough reward for that stupid thing. Alright. Now I can do the wager. God damn it. Okay, whatever. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the wager now. Do the horse race, whatever. A lot of the time, I'll win the first race against him, but then the second race, he'll, like, just squeeze out a victory. The trick is to stay on the inside and not let him in. And also really manage your carrot energy. And then at the last stretch, you can go hog wild. But this next race is really difficult. In this race, you can't panic if he gets ahead of you, because there's a part right near the end where you can get past him. keep up with him. And then right around here is when you can pass him. Oh, fuck. Not this time. Not this fucking time. Fuck that guy. And he takes the money, too. Which is bullshit. Because it's like, you know, I won the first wager, so I should get to keep the money. You won the second wager, so you keep the horse. Fucker. Now we get to do more of this. It's super cool and not at all frustrating. It's time-consuming, and yet this is the fastest way to get rupees for this part. But yeah, dude's an asshole. Open the door. Alright, 50 even. Ugh. First race is easy if you know what you're doing, but this second race, it is very difficult. Alright. This might be it. Don't. Oh my god. I got scared for a second there when I got caught on the fence. Fuck. What an asshole. God, I remember as a kid doing this little bit here and feeling like such a badass. It's like, oh, you're gonna lock me in? You're gonna lock me in? You're gonna lock the motherfucking hero of time in? I don't think so, bud. Get fucked. And then if you go back to the ranch, he's already mellowed out. He's already mellowed out, and Talon is put back in charge of the ranch. Okay. I've got my horse now. Hello, Stove Jam. Entering into chat in your usual way, which may I specify is greatly appreciated. This isn't Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. God, learn to name your fucking games. What is it, Nomura? Had to look at the box to make sure I got it right. Bye-bye, fucker. I want all that money. Give me the money. I probably can't reach that. I probably need the Pegasus boots. What happened to my home? Why is it overrun with monsters? That's not cool. Yes, Nomura, and the goal is to pick something more obscure or complex each time. So remember how before we had to listen for the sound of which path the music was coming from loudest? Now you have to just do it based on memory from before. And also, this fuckhead is still in the way. I meant for me and what game I name drop, but when you said it aloud, it applies to Nomura and him naming his games, yeah. I mean, I also meant it for... the games you name drop, but you're right, it does apply. Look at the stance that Link has taken on. It's like, bitch, I own this place. You think you're gonna block me? Wonder if that's some deep lore, like you aren't a child anymore and can't hear it, or the Skull Kids are against you. I wonder if it's because my thought is that Saria, nope, wrong way. My thought is that since Saria is lost in the forest temple right now, that it's kind of echoing throughout the entire forest or something. I don't know. I'm having trouble explaining my thoughts. Oh, you know what? I don't have the hook shot yet. But you know what? I might as well go through here and get to get to the entrance so that I can at least learn the song to warp back here. Do I have any ranged weapons I can use? Nope, doesn't look like it. Cool, this is going to be way harder without the hook shot. Just wait for him to go past. God, what a big dumb idiot. Because, yeah, my thought is that, like, you don't really know where Saria is right now, and if you try to play her song to communicate with her, she doesn't respond, so I imagine she's in, like, some kind of limbo, almost, but the only part of her that's able to, like, get through is this song playing throughout the forest. That's just what I've interpreted as, but, you know, I don't know for certain. Like, the temple is corrupted, so, like, the forest won't speak to you, or, like, Saria is the one leading you through it, since that isn't and won't happen as an adult. Yeah, I like the idea of, like, since the temple is corrupted, that's why it's, like, not making it clear for you. However, I've been through this forest so many times that I generally know the correct path. Plus, like, if you're paying close attention to the textures and stuff, it's also pretty obvious to see. I'm actually getting through this pretty well. Knock on wood. Okay. Love me some game theories, especially Zelda ones. I do think they fixed the shadow thing with the tunnels in the 3DS one, makes it tougher. Yeah, I think you might be right. Because that kind of thing for the N64 version would fool me as a kid. It doesn't fool me now. This guy I fucking hate. Because I, like, get right up into his grill, and then he still hits me. Usually. But he drops 60 rupees, which is pretty nice. Oh. I thought he dropped 3 red rupees. I guess not. Oh well. 20 rupees is still nothing to sneeze at. I like his Yelp, though. Fucking psychopath. Hey, it's my guy, my bro, my dude, my man. Yeah, exactly. Shulk from Xenoblade. I'm really feeling it. Just starts playing Xenoblade music off that harp. Oops. Oops. I love that sound it plays. Backslash! very accurate to the games. You know, Sakurai wants to be accurate to the games, and there is that much talking during battle in the Xenoblade games. Bruh, I'll see you again. Alright, gotta go get the hook shot. Fuck. But I did make it a whole lot easier on myself getting there first. What the fuck? Go away. No one likes you. Okay, see, now you're gonna die. Bitch. I didn't even do that. I didn't even climb out of the water. That was all Link. I still got revenge on the brain. What the fuck? Is he really just, like, impervious? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get the hook shot. I'm gonna skip past everything by warping back here. And then I'm going to come back for you specifically. Two dudes chilling in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Grave robbing time. Yeah. I mean, does it count as grave robbing when the dead literally says, "Eh, take it. It's yours now." Ocarina of Crime. He is the ancient legend known as the hero of crime. This is Breath of the Wild Link learning about his illustrious ancestry. This is the hero of crime. We don't really talk about him. Guy caused a split in the timelines. Very annoying shit. I think the Hylian legal system is still out on ghost loans. I mean, after the damages I'm about to do at this graveyard, the ghosts are gonna need a loan. Oh, we're not doing this. We're not doing beep beep, beep beep, beep beep the entire time. Fuck it. Yeah, an ancient mechanic of these games that I'm glad is abandoned. Nope, fucking go down the hole, for fuck's sake. God, I'm so glad that they don't do that anymore. It's so awful. Get you Romeby Hyrule to adjudicate on that one. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're not dealing with Beep Beep this entire race. I like how he tries to tempt you with these paths that have rupees, but they're not the correct path. Although it would be nice if he didn't throw fire. Throw something that doesn't damage me if I run into it. Alright, we're almost at the end. There we go. What is that, Link? Why didn't you go to your home, ball? What are you talking about? You are totally a sane person. Are you too good for your home? You want your grave to have an obstacle course? You know what they need to do? They need to make the obstacle course like one of those automatic Super Mario Maker levels where it just like catapults your body around the entire course. You go into the grave, and you just see like your corpse being bounced around by like all the mechanical parts and whatnot. And whoever beats your dead body in a race wins a prize. Nintendo helping us come up with fun ways to deal with our funeral arrangements. Fireworks and cat sounds, and that whatever it is when like the Spanish dancers come out. Aw, Brentalfloss, what are you upset about? I'm gonna mess him up. You mean like this, Ocarina? He's angry that he only has limited the one song to parody here. I mean, as far as songs to parody, though, you could do much worse. All right. Raph just got so hard. How so? Your setup looked so, like, what's it? I guess shark-proof? Like, everything-proof. Said I was gonna come back for you, and I fucking meant it. Fucker. Oh, they've put, like, more parkour stuff in there? Oh no. Just trying to switch out the item slot so that I don't accidentally use my fairy. And then at the same time, trying to think of, like, items that I don't care about accidentally using. It's like, no one used the Deku Nut. I'm not close enough. There we go. Oh, another thing that was difficult about this game in VR is that for some reason, whenever I was using the hook shot and I, like, lined up on something that was, you know, climbable, normally the red dot shows up, but in VR, for some reason, the entire screen turns red. And I just had to, like, do a lot of guesswork when it came to using the hook shot. So it's not an ideal situation. It was just another way that the VR version of this was weirdly difficult. I said that about the slingshot in Twilight Princess, but since watching Rachel play, I have never seen anyone use it more. Dude, I was fucking deadly. I'm assuming it was the Wii version of Twilight Princess you were watching. I was fucking deadly with any aiming items in Twilight Princess. Like, I could pick off a guy who was mere pixels tall. Just going ahead and taking care of this first so I don't forget about it later. And then in the last stream, I talked about how Phantom Ganon in VR was weirdly difficult just because, like, his behavior was different. So, like, it wasn't, like, difficult in a way that was super annoying, though. I thought it was like an interesting challenge. But I think that since the VR version of Ocarina that I've been playing, changes the camera's orientation to be, you know, from Link's point of view, I think that messes with the behavior of certain enemies, because I think certain enemies' behaviors are tied to camera distance. Which would make sense, you know, you don't want people to, like, not be able to react to certain attacks, right? So, when I was fighting Phantom Ganon in VR, for some reason, whenever he would, like, throw magic that you're supposed to volley back to him, he would actually throw two of those blasts in succession, like quick succession of each other, and it didn't really look like it at first, because what would happen is I would use my sword to deflect it back, but then I would still get hit. Like, the magic would deflect back at him, but then I would get hit still. So it was weird. I didn't know what was going on. But then I figured it out. It's like, oh, he's shooting two magic blasts at me in such quick succession, it looks like one. So what I had to do was shield the first one and then sword the second one. And it made it a little bit more difficult, but not in any way that I couldn't manage. Oh, she was playing the Wii U version, which makes it more confusing. But she used it in areas that were genuinely helpful, and that when I had played, I hadn't ever considered it. Aren't these games amazing like that? Especially Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is king of, I did not know you could do that. Doesn't matter how many times I do this dungeon, there is always one part where I just, like, can't figure out where I'm supposed to go next, without fail. Coincidentally enough, I've been getting fed things you didn't know you could do in Ocarina of Time vids recently that I should link you sometime. Please do. That stuff's super interesting to me. I know there's another way up I'm supposed to get to. There it is. Most I really didn't know, which is shocking for a 25-year-old game, especially for such a well-tread game. Well, I mean, like, people are still discovering stuff from ancient games. It's kind of incredible. This is one of my favorite dungeons, though. Just, I love the atmosphere and the aesthetic of it. You know, just a really old building being reclaimed by the forest, and this background music is really cool sounding. It's like, it's not like in your face about being haunted, but it's just kind of like lightly haunted, if that makes any sense. Like, you think of the Forest Temple and you don't immediately think of like a haunted house. You think about it for a second, and then you're like, you know what, actually, yeah, it is a haunted house, isn't it? I like the dungeon and love the theme, obviously, but I despise the music, and just for that hooting noise that shows up, annoys the fucking god. I like the hooting noise. You are useless to me. Like, look at this outside courtyard. Like, how often do you go to dungeons in Zelda games that have, like, an outdoorsy part? But, like, the walls are so high and it's still, like, kind of foggy, so it's still cutting you off from the rest of the world. I don't know, man. It's difficult to put a name to it. I don't know who's responsible for it, but I'll slap Koji Kondo if I have to for it, and spend the rest of my life apologizing because I owe that man my soul. Dude, Koji Kondo is the best, though. Fucking kill it. Can I reach that one? Nah. Oh well, fuck it. I was explaining in the last stream for this game that this game is one of the biggest reasons that I'm a musician. Like, because, you know, I'm self-taught, I play by ear, and the very first song that I ever taught myself was Zelda's Lullaby. Which got its start in A Link to the Past, but it plays a much bigger role in this game. One of the things I didn't know is that wall chill is stop if you stop. Yep, I knew that. They also, like, won't attack you if they aren't directly facing you. So, if they happen to be turning the opposite direction that you are heading up, you can just sneak right past them. Jeez, one shot that fucker. Oh, I don't have... Oh wait. Oh, I thought that switch wouldn't work if I didn't... Never mind. Let's get a key. You know, in the earlier build of this game, Link's hat actually had physics to it. It wasn't just like a solid polygonal shape. It had physics. It would like wave around with his movement. Yeah, the Light Spirit theme from Twilight Princess single-handedly got me back into playing piano 13 years ago. It's such a good song! Alright, I've got another key now, which means that I can go through that one door from before. Zelda, just as a franchise, is full of such good music. And then not only that, but several of the games use music as a mechanic. I mean, come the fuck on. Is it any wonder that this is my favorite fantasy series? Like, I don't care if people hate me for it. I like Zelda more than Lord of the Rings, and I recognize that Lord of the Rings is the superior fantasy series. But as far as how much it means to me, can't beat Zelda. I would have a stern debate with you about that, but obviously I understand. See, you get it. Thank you for your brilliant insight, Navi. And I need yet another key. Yeah, I don't have any projectiles. So, can't do much about that. This is usually how going through this dungeon is like for me. I think cards on the table, I may also have to pick Legend of Zelda. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying that you like something over another thing, because it's subjective. You know what else is about this dungeon that's like really hard to put into words or quantify? this is going to like sound really weird and not based in any kind of logic, but this is the most GameCube feeling dungeon, if that makes any sense. Like, I could see this being a dungeon in a GameCube Zelda. And it's purely a feel thing. It's not like, you know, mechanics or anything like that. It's not theme or whatever. It's just like the summation of all the different parts feels very GameCube to me, and I don't know why. Because, like, I think about this dungeon, then I think of, like, any of the, like, dungeons from Wind Waker, or even some of the places in Thousand Year Door. They all have this kind of feel to them that I can't name. Amazon Prime Zelda series when, good God. It's like, I could go for a Zelda series, but it needs to be made by someone that isn't Amazon or Illumination. Hell, I would take a Netflix Zelda series, which almost fucking happened. Come on, give me the pot. I want that pot. Yeah. Maybe it's the pace of progression or something. It's just the feel. I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's like think of any of those parts of Wind Waker that are like the Pit of 100 Trials, or like any of those like underground kind of areas where there's like the pillars in the center and the different rooms off to the sides, and you have to defeat the enemies in each of those rooms, like those areas from Wind Waker. And then think of like the dungeon that's behind the Thousand Year Door. Something about like those two in particular. And then this one kind of like matches that feel to me personally. I don't know what it is. Something where it's like something that's, I guess it's been there forever, but like nobody knows about it, or you know? And I know that describes like a lot of dungeons in Zelda, but this one in particular feels that way. Oh wait, this is where I came from. I need to... It's a very specific thing that I'm trying to describe, but what makes it difficult is that there aren't really words for it that I know of. Another place where I get that particular feeling, think of the boss fight with Morpheal from Twilight Princess, like that huge chamber. Like, I get that same feeling from that room specifically. Like, not the dungeon itself, but like that room specifically. Or how about when you go to Noki Bay in Super Mario Sunshine, and like it's the last chapter of that level, and you're like exploring the underwater city and stuff, and it's just these like old buildings. That also like brings up that feeling to me. I don't know what it is. the vaguely lived in feel. It's more like this used to be very much lived in, but it's like super ancient now. It has to be like, it can't be like, you know, Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Like, yeah, obviously civilization was here, but like, it's more like something that it could have been inhabited by people at one point, or like it was obviously man-made, but now it's oh wait, I don't have the bow and arrow yet. Duh. It's like, it has to be like a mix of like ancient too. It can't be like more modern looking, I guess. Yes, the unbelievably large and ancient. Did you ever see Castle in the Sky? The city of Laputa is like that. Or you know what else is a perfect example of that? Think of all the architecture from Shadow of the Colossus. That's another great example. Bitch. Alright, I'm gonna switch my attention to this guy real quick, because I think these are the type that will resurrect if you don't kill the other one fast enough. My arm is really itchy, but I can't do anything about it right now. Yep, since his bones are still lying there. There we go. I understand, but then it almost feels, in my opinion, that it applies less to this dungeon. This just feels almost too recent, like built in the last century of this manor. Yeah, I can't remember what I specifically said earlier about this one, but my thoughts are that it almost like brings up that kind of feeling. Like I was saying, a lot of GameCube games or GameCube era games had that kind of thing going on, so that's why I was saying that this almost feels like a GameCube dungeon, because it kind of like matches that feel, but not completely. But it is old enough to where it's got like plant life growing on it and stuff like that. I know the feeling you're getting. Shadow of the Colossus vibes are my jam. Ultra-massive ancient realm, clearly once lived in and thriving, now completely and eerily empty. Yep. Think of like the Sky City from Twilight Princess. Like, that's not completely it, but it does like get close to that feeling. It's like imagine there is a place that nobody knows about, and you just like come across it, and it's like massive, ancient, and was obviously lived in at one point. It would be like you go into your backyard and you discover like the Parthenon or something. I don't know. All right, I've got bow and arrow now, so let me go ahead and equip that. Yeah, the Sky City doesn't feel lived in enough. It's lived in by the Uku, but, you know, it's not exactly what I'm going for. But I think you're understanding. I think you get it. Point blank. Yeah, a lot of GameCube games just had that. I don't know. Gotcha, bitch. I got a key. Also, before we get too far from it, I haven't actually checked out Rings of Power yet. I'm hopeful. I mean, like, I'm not particularly interested in it. The only thing I know is that a bunch of dumb people can't handle black actors in their fantasy series. That's the only thing I've heard about it, is that a bunch of people are like, I can accept all the other stuff going on in this fantasy land, but black people existing, that's too far. You know, each of these ghosts have names, if you have Navi explain them to you. I'm genuinely more concerned they're putting hobbits in the Second Age than black people. I'm that kind of nerd. Named after the characters from Little Women. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not going to be able to go much further, am I? Because there's another locked door at the end of this hallway, right? Yeah, it's locked. You know what? It might be faster, honestly, to just let the Wallmaster take me back to the start. Let me go ahead and save, because we had a bit of a fiasco. See, yesterday I was streaming this, and from the start, I made it all the way to the part where you bring the spiritual stones to the Temple of Time, and apparently that entire time I didn't save. So when I booted it up earlier this stream, I discovered that my save file was completely gone because it didn't exist. Thankfully, I had a different save file that was like relatively close. It was halfway through the Jabu Jabu's belly. Eat my arrows. My My real biggest gripe is that a series with heavy anti-industrialization stance being made slash reinterpreted by one of the world's largest industrial corporations. Yeah, funny how that works and continues to happen over and over and over again. Like, you know, this is the one example I always think of, but remember the time when... remember the time, Peter, when... they were making that film adaptation of the Lorax. I think it was Illumination who was doing that one. And I would see like car commercials where it was like, oh, Lorax approved. And I'm like, fucking stop. You make fun of exactly that in the movie. Companies using him to sell their fucking shit as being environmentally friendly. It's like, fuck off. God. Late stage capitalism is a fucking freak show. Big oof for me. Yeah. You've heard of Ocarina of Time. OOT. Now get ready for OOF. Fuck off, dude. I don't want to play. I don't want to play. Fuck you. Die. God, I love how violently the arrow carries them. Peter, the disrespect in the source material. Whatever happened to good old-fashioned values? Remember the time? Peter, I'm no longer attracted to you because you're getting along with my father. That's the plot of this episode. Got a boss key. This is the part that I always forget to do, and it causes me to get stuck. But now I've remembered to do it. I remembered this time. Where are those good old-fashioned video games? Okay, buddy, stick around. Oh, I fucking hate these. Because if you don't kill their babies fast enough, then they can multiply. Also, they released Rings of Power on the anniversary of Tolkien's death. Don't know if that's some serious deep cut spite shit or an extremely bizarre coincidence. Coincidences take a lot of planning. That's all I'll say. Absolutely chalk it up to the latter, but consider me a Mogus sus sound effect. Fuck off, dude. I'm not interested in a subscription to the New York Times. Stop asking. can't breathe. When people have told me that they fall upstairs, this is what I imagine. So I've never understood what that means. It's like I fell up the stairs. What? How do you wake up dead? Exactly. See, now this is a cool puzzle. This is a cool puzzle. Introduces you to the concept of fire arrows before it even gives you the fire arrows. Whatever, I attacked you before you flamed on. Or you can trivialize it with Din's fire. Yeah. Did you end up finding any work for this weekend? No. I'm just gonna assume that I don't have weekends for scheduling, so I'm just gonna tell them that I can't do them on Saturdays or Sundays. So I guess I have to hang out with you guys. Oh darn. Navi, do me a favor. The next time you have a thought, just let it go. On the wrong side of the treasure chest. This puzzle was also really hard to do in VR, for reasons that will become apparent. This dungeon in general was just difficult in VR. Because you have to push the blocks together so that their top faces are creating the full picture. But here's the thing. Link is shorter than these blocks. You cannot see what the top image looks like. So it was a whole lot of guesswork. and every time the timer runs out, the cubes flip, and so you have to rearrange them a different way. Which means that I went through quite a few flips before I finally got this puzzle solved. So what I did was, eventually, this was how I solved it. I left the blocks alone in the order that I knew that they would be solved in the next round when they flipped, and that's what happened. They flipped, and I immediately solved the puzzle. Because I paid attention to what sides were going to show up after the flip, and I just arranged them that way. I hate how many iframes these fucking ghosts have. Some of the weightiest fights in this game. W-A-I-T. For fuck's sake, I am just struggling tonight. So yeah, for the record, I absolutely enjoyed my time playing Ocarina of Time in VR. Would I ever stream it? Probably not, because I feel like it would be infuriating to watch. This was also kind of difficult in VR because in this version, you can see all of them, and you can see which one does their little spin. But in first-person view, actually, I could simulate it. Yeah, see, you can't immediately tell which one was the one that spun. Me in the corner of the video fumbling with my VR headset would make up for it. Maybe that's not how I want to entertain. You ever think of that? No, you only think of yourself. Well... if I do ever stream VR stuff, I'm not going to have a live cam of it. That sounds like a terrible idea. I just have a hard time believing that anybody would find that enjoyable. Because it's like... I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it takes up screen space, you know? That could be, you know, used for actually seeing the game. I don't know, that's kind of how I felt when I originally started doing just regular streams. It's like, what's the point of having the face in the corner. I'm just playing the games. But enough people told me that they wanted a cam, so I got one. There you are. I heard you. We could make it like a sleeper thriller stream where shadow people are like in the window in one stream and then in your hallway in the next, in the closet in the next. What the fuck are you talking about? That's some... I don't fully understand what you're on about, but that sounds like some deranged shit. Cryptids like me don't appear on film or camera. You've put a lot of thought into this. I liked the one theory that I heard about where, like, this was originally another gate into the Sacred Realm. Post-film ghost editing shit. Bosses in this game. It is cool. It was just really fucking difficult in VR. How many Zelda games have a Phantom Ganon fight? So I know Ocarina has one, Wind Waker has one. Does Link to the Past have one? Fuck, dude. All right. Another nice thing about this boss fight is that it trains you for the final boss fight. Nope. Got his ass. Four Swords Adventures does. Did I tell you that I finally got an English copy of that game? Half a point to Link's Awakening in that with its final boss, I guess. Yeah. I would more call that like Nightmare Ganon than Phantom Ganon. Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Breath of the Wild. I don't know if the Blights really count as phantoms. Because, like, Phantom Ganon is supposed to be a ghost that Ganondorf summoned and, like, imbued with like, some of his power. The Blights aren't really ghosts. They're just, like, extensions of his malice. I am of the theory Calamity Ganon is that as a whole. I would tend to disagree just because, like, it's not a ghost, you know. It's a manifestation of malice, you know. Like, if we're talking specifically about Phantom Ganon, I don't think it fits the description. But if we're talking about, like, things that, like, Ganon has summoned that are, like, part of him, not necessarily a ghost or something like that, then I guess Calamity Ganon, but I don't know. I do love, though, that the final boss of Breath of the Wild wasn't even the final boss. Well, then I would argue the reverse, that all Phantom Ganons are that, just like mirror extensions of himself. I feel like the idea... I feel like Phantom Ganon specifically is like a different entity than Ganon, but like has been imbued with his power. Or rather, like, is specifically a ghost. Hence the phantom part of his name. We'll agree to disagree on Breath of the Wild. That's fine. I mean, like, I would be down to talk about this kind of stuff further, because it's interesting to me. Little baby Deku Tree. He's the Deku Tree from Wind Waker. I just love the idea only Phantom Ganon was the final boss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's funny to me that, like, you know, this whole great calamity that happened 100 years ago and is threatening to return, isn't even it's fucking Ganon's dandruff. It's like, it's Ganon's dandruff, and it was that powerful that it caused such destruction. This is the part where the Deku Tree reveals to Link, you're adopted. Also, your dad died. Or your mom. Your mom died. Dandruff can do that to you. Turn you into an evil entity full of hatred. You thought this was the boss. This was the warm-up. To be fair, though, the final boss fight from Breath of the Wild was a fucking joke. Your parents got the Disney treatment, Link? Dude, I could totally see, like, the opening animated in the Disney style, where it's, like, just a woman running through the forest while, like, you can tell that she's being chased by some group. I could see that animated in Disney. Alright, so the next dungeon, which I will do next stream, because this is where I'm going to cut it off, will be my least favorite dungeon in this game, the Fire Temple. So look forward to that. And I'm going to make sure to save this time. Look at that, it says game saved. You saw it here. The Hunchback of Notre Dame opening, but with Zelda characters. Exactly. Alright. Well, I'm going to call it there, so thanks for watching, guys. I enjoy getting to chat with you while I play these games. So, until then, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.